Ramblin Man here. Hey, subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like, comment, and share. Hey, let's get into this right here. Here's what we have. You have all these truckers, and you know what I'm talking about. All the convoy stuff that's going on in Canada right now. So what's happening, it's not just affecting Canada anymore. Really, the big outrage with this convoy, if you don't know, you probably know if you watch any news whatsoever, you know that the convoy is to protest mandates. Mandates across the board in Canada. Mask mandates, vaccination mandates, all these different things. And so it's basically, it's the people have risen up against the government, against Justin Trudeau. Now here's what has happened. They, just yesterday or day before, they were doing interviews and stuff, and those people are prepared just to stay there until the mask and vaccine mandates are lifted. Until they're gone. Trudeau has to remove them. So it's taking a stand. You don't think it's painful for these people? It is, because they're not getting paid. They're not getting anything to sit there. And let me tell you, when people have finally had enough, this is what happens. Now, remember though, they're up in Canada, so it is cold. Ooh, I can't imagine being out there. These people just sitting out there, and the government, Trudeau is sending police officers and others to take away their gasoline, things like that, so they can't get gas. And then some of the truckers have walked miles with gas cans in wagons in order to fill their trucks up, in order to keep them warmed and things like that. There's been tow trucks that have been ordered in to remove them, but have joined the convoy. I mean, it's just a mess. Now, here's how it's affecting the U.S. and why the left is so concerned. Because if this happens in the U.S., it will cripple the economy for a bit. Not forever, but it will set things back. And the left it's under their watch, and it's because of the things they're doing. But they don't want this to happen, because people can force, if our truckers did this, they can force the left to have to lift mandates. And the left is trying to hold on for all of dear life, trying to hold on to any kind of control they can get right now. Things are just falling apart. Biden on the best poll, left-supported poll, even through CNN, is at 41% approval rating. Almost 60% disapproval. So if you ask me, and no one is, but if you ask me, I'm telling you, the left is falling apart right now, and they're just grasping for whatever they can find. So this convoy is putting a big kink, for lack of a better word, kink in their plans. And so here's what's happening though. Ford, GM, Chevy, Toyota, and some others are having to scale back on production of their vehicles because of what's happening in Canada and parts that they need. That's just in Canada. Imagine what happens if that spreads to the U.S. and the truckers here start to go on strike. Right now, this has been ongoing for a couple weeks, the convoy, and in my mind, it's amazing because people, if you think about when we as a nation stood up against the UK, against the Brits, back in the day when we went and sought our independence, it was just one thing after another led up to the people being tired and fed up with government. And that's where we're at right now. This leftist wokeism, this whole everything's racist, everything, if you're not for me, you're against me, all this crap people are tired of. And so that's where we're at right now. And that's what happened with Canada. And it started with just mask mandates and vaccination mandates. And it's funny because all the left, they're trying so hard. The news outlets for the left, CNN and others, they'll show a couple people up there, a couple bad seeds talking about, swastikas and crazy stuff, flags, and having these different things out there. But that's not, when they were doing interviews, and the trucker was like, look, they're showing a couple people over and over again, the same people over and over again that are showing this, just trying to push the fact that we're not here for what we're here for. And we're here to make sure the government does not control us. we control the government, which is the way it should be. And if you look at our Constitution, the government is for the people, not the other way around. We elect officials because for them to work for us. We are not owned by them. We're not governed by them. It says government because they set in place laws, but we elect them. But when it starts to change, when they start to get too big for their britches, and we're sitting here as the people, over 300 million strong against a few thousand that want to control everything, and not in the way that we as a society deem it necessary, that's when it becomes a problem. So do I think the trucker thing is going to flow over into the U.S.? The longer it goes on, the possibilities grow. That's all I have to say about that. The longer that convoy stays doing what it's doing and the strike goes on and they take longer, the longer Canada takes to remove their mandates, the more likely the chance that our truckers in the U.S. will do the same. And when that does that, mark my words, it will cripple our economy. Not in a way where it will end our economy, but it'll be detrimental. And the left knows that. So I'm interested to see what happens. You should keep an eye on this and keep watching. But make sure you comment, make sure you share this video, people. Put it everywhere. I want to see what people think about this. Comment and like. Push that like button. Thanks for your time, guys. Love you guys. Ramblin' Man out.